Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. If you like these vids, then please subscribe to the channel and like and share. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Morning traders, welcome back. I hope you are well. Today is Friday, it's the end of the week, we made it. Woohoo! It's the 22nd of April, and again we've got lots to do today, guys. We're going to have a recap of yesterday's trade. We're also going to look at the question that I gave you yesterday. We're going to look at the trade ideas for today, and we're also going to look at the news, guys. So yeah, pretty action-packed morning. Let's start with yesterday's trades. So the first one is this, guys. We were trading this on Thursday. This was the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. This is the day chart, and we were trading this short. Yeah, so price had come up. It then started ranging. Okay, price didn't know what to do with itself, and then bang. Yeah, these lows were broken. Okay, and structure had become downward. It become a downtrend. Okay, and we were trading it because of firstly this very bearish candle, and then the last 2 days we had these wicks reject our grey zones. Okay, so we're just looking to take price back down to this blue line. All right, which yeah, I still think it will do looking at this chart. Okay, but let's look at H1 to see if we had an opportunity to get into the trade. So guys, as you can see, yeah, price did retrace. It came down, yeah, broke that grey zone, retraced. Okay, but it didn't quite reach our grey zone. All right, but if you were being particularly aggressive, the candle that tells me that sellers are in control is this one, this red candle, or even this red candle, guys. Okay, so you could have entered on either of these two red candles. Sellers have taken control of the market, and yeah, you could have closed down here for a risk to reward of 1:1. Yeah, you would have put your stop above the entry candle, and you would have got a risk to reward of 1:1, and yeah, you would still be in this trade for 20%. Okay, so yeah, that would have been a good trade, guys. Yeah, maybe some of you took that trade. I didn't. Yeah, I like to be quite transparent with you guys. I didn't. Yeah, I was waiting for price to come to this grey zone. Okay, so I didn't. Another reason I didn't was because of this. So let's look at the other trade from yesterday, guys, the Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar. I didn't trade the New Zealand Canadian dollar because I got into this trade. Okay, this gives me a better setup. Right, guys, so as you can see, yeah, price was coming up. Yeah, it didn't create higher highs. This tells me price is breaking down. And then sure enough, yeah, this last low here, yeah, eventually gets taken out. Okay, then we have lower lows. And then yesterday, price retraced, and this zone here, yeah, which was once support, then became resistance, a very common pattern in the markets. And then we got this large wick. Although it's a green candle, guys, this large wick has rejected that zone. Yeah, so I was confident to sell this market. And then sure enough, yeah, price has been coming down ever since. Yeah, it hasn't hit our blue target yet, but again, I still think this market will come down to there. All right, so let's look at H1, and I'll show you where I did enter. Yeah, this is the trade that I did take, and it was a great trade, guys. All right, so yeah, let me just zoom in a bit because of my ugly face in the bottom left corner. So guys, so yeah, on the H1 price, as you can see, yeah, retraced into our grey zone here. Okay, then we got this candle. So this candle here tells me that sellers are in complete control of this market. None of the candles before that told me this. Yeah, sellers are not in control here. But this candle here, excellent candle to enter on. A bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Yeah, so yeah, a great trade to enter. So that's exactly what I did. I entered, I put my stop above here. My first target was the 250 area. Okay, so this roughly give me, sorry, I entered here, guys. Yeah, so this give me a risk to reward of a little bit more than 1:1. So I was happy with that. I closed 80% at this 250 zone. Yeah, here. Okay, and then I'm still in this trade for 20%, guys. All right, so a great trade. Yeah, I hope you took this. Yeah, textbook, grey zone, candlestick pattern. Take it down for 1:1 risk to reward, leave 20% running. Yeah, I do expect this trade to carry on down to here. Okay, guys, so yeah, that was a great trade on the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. And then yesterday, guys, I also gave you a question, and it was regarding this, the US dollar, Japanese yen. I said, what would you do with this market if you had to have a trade today? Okay, so some of you rightfully said long the trade because it's in an uptrend. Others said sell this market. Okay, so for me, yeah, it depends on your strategy. Yeah, for me, if I had to trade this, I would trade this short, and I will explain why shortly. But my strategy is always go with the trend. Okay, so I would never short this market normally, but if I had to have a trade, I would have shorted it yesterday. All right. Other people mentioned macroeconomics. They were speaking about treasury bonds and how that affects the US dollar yen. Generally speaking, guys, if interest rates increase, treasury bonds decrease. Yeah, this gives strength to the dollar, and obviously strength to the dollar would push this market upwards. Okay, so that's a macroeconomic view, very generally speaking. But yeah, I'm aware of macroeconomics, but I am a technical trader. So I'm going to look at this trade from a technical point of view. So let's do that. So as you can see, guys, on this market, price is highly overbought. If I showed you any oscillator indicator, this would tell you that price is overbought. Okay, and we had this candle, we had this sort of bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. So my idea would be to short this down to potentially this last high here. Okay, and towards this moving average 20. Yeah, because price is nowhere near this, and it likes to retrace back to the moving average 20. All right, so I would have shorted this market. Okay, just looking at the day chart. More accurately, let's look at the H1. Actually, let's look at the H4 first, because one of my subscribers said he would long it from this zone here. Yeah, so one of my subscribers said they would long it from this zone here back up to these highs, and that is still a good trade idea. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but for me, if I had to trade it, I would trade this short. And the entry, if we look at H1, so as you can see, this area now here is an area of resistance for this market on the H1. So this formed early in the morning. I would have entered here short off of this candle if I had to. I would have took price back down to these lows here, okay, for a risk to reward of roughly 1:1, and then let price 20% of the trade carry on. Okay, so that's what I would have done on the US dollar Japanese yen. I would have shorted it at this resistance zone here. All right, as you can see, price is still reacting at this zone, so it'll be interesting to see what it does. It might even come back up to these highs here, okay, and then test this zone. Okay, but I would look for a bearish candlestick pattern and take this down, or it would react here and come down as well, guys. Okay, just because it's so overbought on the day chart. All right, guys, so that was the question from yesterday. We have another question for you today as well. Let's take a look at today's trades now and what we could potentially enter today. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap and question, then please smash that like button. Yeah, it really helps support the channel. And why not subscribe as well? Come join us at Simply Forex. Okay. Right, so trade ideas for today, Friday the 22nd of April. I have 2 trade ideas and I have another question. Okay, but let's look at the 2 trade ideas to start with. The first one is this. This is the Aussie dollar against the US dollar. Okay, and as you can see, guys, the reason we're trading this is as follows. So price was clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, it had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then these lows here were broken. Okay, so as you can see, these lows here were eventually broken, so structure had changed. I was a little bit wary of this last high here. Okay. All right, but price had already broken this area. Okay, so it's in a downward structure for me. I just got rid of those drawings just to make this a bit clearer as well, guys. Yeah, and as you can see, again, a very common pattern. So these last lows acted as resistance. Price came down, broke these lows, then it acts as resistance. Yeah, comes back down, and again, it's acted as resistance. And yesterday we had this very bearish candle form. Okay, so this tells me that we can take price a little bit lower and down to this blue line, guys. All right, guys, so we're looking to short this market because price is in a downward structure and it's reacted at an important and interesting level. Okay, so I just think we can take price back down to this blue line here. Let's look at H1 for execution. Okay, so yeah, it's reacting. Currently, price is reacting at these last lows here, as you can see this wick. So hopefully, price will come back up into our grey zone. Yeah, then we'll see a bearish candlestick pattern form. This is always our trigger to enter the market. We'll get into the trade. We'll close 80% of our trade back at these last lows here. Yeah, this is always our first target, the last low or high. Then we will leave 20% on the trade to carry on back down to our higher time frame target. All right, guys. So yeah, Aussie dollar against the US dollar. Yeah, we want to short this market, but we do need a bit of a retrace back up to here. All right, guys. That's the first trade idea. The second trade idea is this. This is the pound against the New Zealand dollar. So as you can see, price was clearly in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Then this area here, all right, that was the last highs, okay, eventually broke. Okay, so this tells me price is has now changed to an uptrend, an upward structure. All right, and if I zoom in a little bit, we had this very bullish candle form yesterday. Yeah, we had this bullish candle form yesterday. So I just expect to take price back up to this blue line here. All right, guys, as you can see, it's already shooting off. So hopefully we get a retrace. Yeah, we've got that blue line or even this blue line here, guys. All right, let's look at H1 for execution. So a couple of grey zones, guys. So first of all, price could retrace into this grey zone. Okay, then we want to see a bullish candlestick pattern. That's always our trigger to enter. We'll enter the trade and then we'll take price back up to these last highs. These last highs haven't actually finished forming yet, but yeah, you'll get a high, let's say around here. We want to see price come back down and then we can close 80% of our trade back at this high. And then we can leave 20% on the trade to run up to our higher time frame targets. Okay, if price doesn't react at this grey zone, yeah, it could come down to this grey zone, guys. All right, but again, we want to see a bullish candlestick pattern form. We'll take price back up to the last H1 highs, which haven't formed yet. We'll close 80% of the trade and then leave 20% to run up to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so they're the 2 trade ideas for today. Aussie dollar, US dollar short and pound New Zealand dollar long. I also have a question for you. All right, so let's look at this one. This is the Aussie dollar against the Swiss franc. This is the day chart. So guys, from a technical point of view, not a macroeconomic, but from a technical point of view, how would you trade this today? All right, that's how if you had to have a trade, yeah, personally I would stay out of this market, but if you had to trade this pair today, what would you do? All right, guys, so that's today's questions. Question, singular. Okay, guys, right, so that's the trade ideas and question. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and would like to receive it every single day, Monday to Friday, then please subscribe to the channel and smash the notification button. That way, guys, you'll receive an alert every morning and won't miss a single one. So go ahead and do that, guys. Right, today's news. Yeah, quite a busy news day today. So nothing overnight, as you can see. The first important piece of news that we're interested in is at 6 o'clock GMT coming out of the UK. We've got retail sales. Okay, so that could move any pound pair. If we carry on down, the next 3-star rating is this. At 7:30, we've got German manufacturing PMI. Okay, so that could move any euro pair. 8:30 GMT, we've got a slew of data, all PMI data coming out of the UK. We've got composite manufacturing and services PMI, so that could really move the pound, guys, so must be aware of that. If we carry on, 12:30 GMT, we've got core retail sales coming out of Canada, so that can move any Canadian dollar pair. At 1 o'clock GMT, we've got the head of the European Central Bank, Lagarde. She's speaking. So when she speaks, the market listens. So she could move the euro. And also at 2:30, we have another speaker, the Bank of England Governor Bailey. Okay, so again, he can really move the pound about. All right, so yeah, quite a busy news day. But after that, guys, there's no other news of any interest, no other 3-star rating. All right, so guys, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the vid. Please subscribe, like and share with your friends. I hope you have a wonderful trading day and a marvelous weekend, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. See you later, guys.